Today, our topic is how to live a life of purpose according to philosophy. Living a life of purpose is something many people think about, but not everyone knows how to achieve it. Philosophy, which is the study of wisdom and how to live well, can help us understand what it means to live with purpose. Different philosophers from different times and cultures have given us ideas about how to live a meaningful life. Let's explore some of these ideas and see how we can apply them to our own lives. First, let's talk about what it means to live with purpose. A life of purpose is a life where you feel that what you do matters. It's not just about being busy or achieving success in the way society defines it, like having money or fame. Instead, it's about doing things that align with your values, your passions, and your sense of what is good and meaningful. It's about making choices that bring you closer to the person you want to be and the life you want to live. One of the most important ideas in philosophy about living with purpose comes from the ancient Greeks, especially Aristotle. Aristotle believed that every person has a unique purpose, and he called this purpose our telos. For Aristotle, living a good life means fulfilling this purpose. But how do we find our purpose? Aristotle said that our purpose is connected to our unique abilities and talents. He believed that we should use these abilities to contribute to the world in a positive way. For example, if you are good at teaching, your purpose might be to help others learn. If you are good at creating art, your purpose might be to bring beauty into the world. The key is to think about what you are naturally good at and how you can use those skills to make a difference. Another important idea about living with purpose comes from Stoicism, which is a philosophy that was popular in ancient Rome. The Stoics believed that the key to a meaningful life is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot control. They taught that many things in life are outside of our power, like what other people think of us or what happens in the world around us. But what we can control is our own thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. By focusing on these things, we can live a life of purpose, no matter what challenges we face. The Stoics also believed in living according to virtue, which means living in a way that is honest, courageous, wise, and just. They believed that if we live virtuously, we will find inner peace and fulfillment. For example, if you face a difficult situation, instead of complaining or feeling sorry for yourself, you can ask yourself, what is the virtuous way to handle this? By focusing on doing the right thing, you can turn even the hardest moments into opportunities to grow and live with purpose. Another philosopher who talked about living with purpose is Viktor Frankl, who was a psychiatrist and a Holocaust survivor. Frankl wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning, where he explained that even in those difficult circumstances, people can find meaning in their lives. Frankl believed that the primary drive in humans is not pleasure or power, but the search for meaning. He said that we can find meaning in three main ways: through work or creating something valuable, through love and relationships, and through how we respond to suffering. Frankl's ideas are powerful because they show us that no matter what happens in life, we always have the ability to choose our attitude and find meaning in our experiences. For example, if you lose your job instead of feeling hopeless, you can see it as an opportunity to find work that is more meaningful to you. Or if you go through a difficult time in a relationship, you can use it as a chance to learn more about yourself and what you value in life. Now let's talk about some practical steps you can take to live a life of purpose. The first step is to think about your values. What is most important to you? Is it kindness, creativity, justice, or something else? Once you know your values, you can start making choices that align with them. For example, if you value kindness, you might decide to volunteer your time to help others. If you value creativity, you might set aside time each day to work on a project that inspires you. The second step is to set goals that are meaningful to you. It's important to have goals that are not just about achieving success in the eyes of others, but about becoming the person you want to be. For example, instead of setting a goal to make a lot of money, You might set a goal to learn a new skill that will help you grow as a person. Or instead of setting a goal to be popular, you might set a goal to build deeper and more meaningful relationships with the people in your life. The third step is to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. Mindfulness means being fully present in the moment and paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Self-reflection means taking time to think about your life and whether you are living in a way that aligns with your values and purpose. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, you can become more aware of the choices you are making and whether they are leading you toward a life of purpose. For example, you might ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that really matter to me? Or am I living in a way that makes me feel proud of myself? The fourth step is to embrace challenges and learn from them. Living a life of purpose doesn't mean that everything will be easy. In fact, it often means facing difficult situations and overcoming obstacles. But challenges can be opportunities to grow and become stronger. For example, if you fail at something, instead of giving up, you can ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can I use this failure to become better? By embracing challenges and learning from them, you can turn setbacks into stepping stones toward a more meaningful life. The fifth step is to connect with others and build a community. No one can live a life of purpose alone. We need the support and encouragement of others to help us stay focused on what matters. This might mean spending time with friends and family who share your values, or joining a group or organization that is working toward a cause you care about. By connecting with others, you can find inspiration and strength to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Finally, remember that living a life of purpose is a journey, not a destination. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you work on every day, through the choices you make and the actions you take. There will be times when you feel lost or unsure, but that's okay. The important thing is to keep going, to keep asking yourself what matters most, and to keep striving to live in a way that feels meaningful to you. In conclusion, living a life of purpose is about knowing your values, setting meaningful goals, practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, embracing challenges, connecting with others, and understanding it was a lifelong journey. Philosophy teaches us that a meaningful life is not about having everything perfect, but about living in a way that aligns with what is truly important to us. Whether you find inspiration in Aristotle's idea of fulfilling your unique purpose, the Stoic focus on virtue and control, or Viktor Frankl's search for meaning in even the hardest moments, the key is to take these ideas and apply them to your own life. By doing so, you can create a life that is not only meaningful to you, but also makes a positive impact on the world around you.